What is everybody? It's me, it's Dean, and I am back on the JFS. Fair warning, if you hear any type of construction noises in the background, a lot of background noises in these videos. My next door neighbors moved out a while ago, and the apartment complex has been renovating the apartment ever since. So it sounds like they are hard at work over there. But we got a lot to do today. Uh, yeah, a lot of stuff to go down, to happen. The world border has expanded. The third satellite has been completed, so that's going to be one of the things we do this week is to go out and explore and find a place for our solo project. We also, as Shawson's campaign manager, we need to do our part in promoting Shawson for mayor, and I got some stuff for that right here. But there is one thing that I'd like to knock out first, real quick. Jake, you're up on the seat back here. There you go. So people have been doing JFS or Minecraft predictions for 2026, and as someone who used to be very contrarian to JFS trends, I'm trying to not be that person in my 30s. So I'm going to do one too, except this one's going to be more honed in on the JFS itself instead of Minecraft as a whole. That's why the board's smaller. I'm also not doing a bingo. I'm just going to see if I get any of these right. So I have 9 papers in my inventory, and let's just jump into it, shall we? These will not really be in any order. It doesn't really matter what order they're in. We're going to start off with a JFSer's big break. Yeah. So, basically, predicting that someone is going to develop a pretty large audience, either on YouTube or Twitch. You know, you got myself, Shawson, Red Star, Muck, all making regular content. Dennis is making videos. Max has made a few. Special's made a few. So, somebody's going to break through and make it big. Now, you might be thinking, well, Muck looks already the celebrity on the server. I think he's got like 28,000 subscribers. So, I'm predicting on Muck that he's going to take off even more so. If he can surpass like 50k this year, you know, maybe get a significant following, then I would probably count that. But for the rest of us, we kind of would have to take off in some form. So I think just a big jump from what we normally get would count in this. It'd have to be sustained for quite a while. But if you're wondering, what about a short-term boost? Well, how about a viral video? Yeah, something a little bit, maybe slightly easier to achieve. Again, we're trying to see if somebody will get a big boost in views, maybe a boost in subscribers, a bunch of comments, you know, get shared around. That's, you know, the viral part. This could count for shorts or long-form videos, and again, significantly more than what we would normally get in our content. So it doesn't have to be like millions or hundreds of thousands. It could just be like, I would say tens of, maybe more. I was thinking about avoiding putting a number on it because like I've had a few shorts get like 2,000 views but 0 comments. So I kind of feel like it's got to be a combination of thousands of views, a handful of comments from random people, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, these two could go hand in hand. You know, a viral video could lead to a big break. So next up, we're going to go with this one. A new mainstay JFS member. Yeah. We don't really get new people on the server as much as we used to. I think Lazy Bite's new, Arnie's new. And when I say mainstay, basically somebody new to the server that's going to stick around for a long time. Lazy and Arnie were part of the season 6 and Cosmic, actually, were part of the Season 6 introductions. That was late 2025. So we kind of need some new people for 2026, I would say. And yeah, they would probably, for this one to count, they would have to join and probably stay through the end of the year, or, you know, and the closer we get to the end of the year, the tougher it is for me to determine if that one would count. Let's do this corner. Jay Sano or TMG logs on. Yeah, we haven't. Jay Sano 19. He's in the Discord. I think he's still on the waitlist. But he's been kind of absent from the JFS for quite a long time. And Mary has been away for a long time as well. I don't think we've seen him since season 4, I want to say. I did have a chat with him not too long ago, and he's been doing well. But if any of them log on, even for just a moment, I think that would count as a win for us. So, fun thing about some of these is that it could be manifested. You could force some of these to happen. So maybe we can convince TMG to hop on for one of these. Let's do the middle here. UHC? We haven't done a UHC in a while. We actually were considering doing a UHC to kick off Season 6, but there wasn't enough interest in it. And that's kind of the main issue with UHCs in general. I think interest has completely died on it. But, you only need a few people to do a free-for-all, so it's still possible that this one could happen. Next, do this one. Someone gets a bingo. This one's a bit meta, I guess. Yeah, I think somebody's going to get a bingo on their predictions. So, this one obviously can't happen. Well, no, it could happen before the end of the year. But, you probably won't know until next year. So, I was going to be sitting up there for a while. But, pretty straightforward. JFS meetup. Yeah, a couple JFS members meeting together. Could just be 2 of us. Could be more. Not counting anybody who already regularly meets up or lives together. Looking at you, Rad and Scott. That doesn't count. They live together. But yeah, I feel like this one's pretty highly likely to happen. Not 100%, but there's a high likelihood. As a matter of fact, it has not popped up yet. But there is one that I had to swap out because it was a little too likely that it would happen. And I thought about swapping this one out as well because they go hand in hand. But I figured there's enough uncertainty with this one that it can stay on the board. But yeah, we got 2 left. This is the new one. Hermitcraft mentions us. Probably the least likely. Yeah, just somebody from... It could just be anybody who's on Hermitcraft that name drops the JFS as a whole, or maybe one of the people on the JFS. Maybe Muck gets a shout-out or something. I don't know if that's gonna, happen. I suppose there are avenues to make that happen, but, you never know. It'll probably be our best chance at a celebrity mention or something. And the last one, Dean finishes a mega project. I've been known to, have these grand ideas for these massive builds, and eventually I finish them to some extent, sometimes. Sometimes I run out of steam and stop working on them, and other times I run out of steam and at least finish, the exterior or something, and don't really do much with the interior. But we do have the solo project that I want to work on, and if I can finish that, then I can knock this one out myself. So, kind of forcing myself to complete this one. But, yeah, nice little small prediction. I think most of these are pretty... these 2 might be a little tough. The Hermitcraft one's going to be pretty tough. The rest, I think, are either going to be pretty easy. Well, maybe not that one. This one might be kind of tough. But we can at least manifest the majority of these. We can at least make them happen. So we shall see. So yeah, that's the first thing we want to do. Second thing, I should actually mention this little bit over here. I claimed this spot here, and I'm probably going to work on this off camera, but I want to get a storage thing going on right about here. So I'm probably going to work on it off camera, maybe do, well, by off camera I mean with the flashback mod. I'll probably work on it. I don't really have a design idea in mind, but what I want to do is go back to the redstone item sorting, and this time have it like actually like organize, as opposed to the brief iteration I had in season 5. So yeah, this will be something I'll be working on off camera. But yeah, let's move on to Shawson for mayor. Can't see the banners from here, but Shawson's put up, I think he's put up a few more billboards. Just gonna get a little closer. There it is. What is this? A bunch of random stuff. So yeah. Oh. There he is over there. We're supposed to have a debate this Saturday? Yes. A little bit up in the air at the moment. If you see it in this video, then we did it. But it's a little bit of some scheduling concerns, and oh yeah, the grotto's gone. That's why this is here. I was like, hardly even noticed. But yeah, the debate might be going on. A little bit of a scheduling concern, but if we get it done this week, then you'll see it in this video. But yeah, I want to help Shawson a little bit with his campaign run. So I'm going to need some levels, though, and that's going to take a bit of time. So I am going to have to cut here. But I'm going to make some flower pots. And basically, we're going to just make some replica cactus god figures. Which, you know, cactus god is, you know, Shawson's main thing. His, I guess, religion. And I think religion should be supported on the JFS. The freedom to worship. So, and these are just replicas. They could be like, they're not, you don't have to worship these cactus gods. Ooh, we got some diamonds in our shop. Yeah, they're just gonna be replica figures, and I figured it would be kind of fun to go around and deliver some to some different bases. So, but I need some levels to name these, so I'm gonna go over to the skeleton farm over here and see you in a bit. I am back, and made the deliveries of the Cactus God replica action figure. I haven't sent Shawson one, so he gets to see how it looks. I only had a few, so I dished them out. I tried to do the flashback mod to record with it, and my game crashed in the middle, so I don't know if I have that footage, but if I do, you'll see it. If not, I did record some regular clips to fill in the gaps, but there's our replica action figure. Hopefully that'll entice people to check it out, or entice people to vote for Shawson. So, now for the big stuff. I need to bring up the overviewer that we have. So there are 3 locations that I want to check out as candidates for our new solo project. We are still going to work on the tower, and like I said, I got the storage area to work on, so we're not going to be done here at spawn anytime soon. But I want to claim this area for our solo project as soon as possible. So we're going to butt out to the first one, and I am going to cut away to each of the 3 locations. But first we need to take a look at the new satellite, which is over this way. Naxer, Dennis, and Weather were at the helm of this one. And it was completed shortly after I released the last video. I think like within a day afterwards. Oh, we can start to see it over here. There it is. So, from what I've heard, this is an interdimensional train. And we've been asked to provide lore from our own stuff, I guess, on the server to add to the train. I don't have any right now, but I can make copies of some of the books, like Ken's News and such, and add it to the train if I need to. So I'll probably do that off camera. But yeah, we're going to head out to the first location. And it's directly this way. I guess while we boat out to this one, are there any updates? Oh yeah, JFS Classics. I have started working on the second iteration, second video. I think I'm going to do a baseline of like 5 episode segments. I'll just take 5 episodes and edit them down. So the videos overall will be they'll be shorter. And if I can get like 1 video out per month, if not sooner, if not faster, then that would be ideal. So, but yeah, I started working on the second video, and I'll probably do longer or shorter videos, depending on like what's going on in said videos. So if there's some interesting stuff happening, then I will use more episodes for the content there. So coming up to the first area. This area is already looking a bit smaller than I had expected. We have an overviewer that I'm kind of looking at this on. As you can see, this is a very barren island, and I think this would be not highly sought after, because there's not much going on up here. And it's not far from this new mesa biome that's going on in the north. Taking a look on the map, there's also more land on this side over here. I think the world border might be not too much farther that way. Another thing that happened with the world border, not only has it been expanded, but it's also been re-centered on 0, so the expansion is more, I think, northward than southward. So, but yeah, I think I kind of want to claim this for something. I think it would be fun to try to find a way to build something here. It's not too far from this mainland, but I think overall it might not be a good fit for what I want to do. But I don't think anybody's going to claim a rock in the middle of the ocean, so I might come back to this for something else down the road. So instead, let's move on to the next place. Alrighty, I'm back. I tried to record this bit. I think it's going to be a bit framey, probably because we're loading in new stuff. But this area is a place that I was originally going to claim, but Blurry and Lazy wanted to take it instead. So now it's the toilet bowl, and my bed has fallen in the toilet. Come back. But yeah, I saw this on the overviewer during my work days, and I thought it would be pretty cool to either build over top of this, or maybe within it, maybe a bit of both. But instead, as long as it doesn't get too framey while I do this, there is a bit of a landmass over here that I wanted to take a look at. And I think it might be far enough away to be a pretty good candidate. It's also a pretty big island right here. And what I like about this island is that it's a much shorter trip across the water here to the mainland. Like a nice little bridge right there would do it. I want to look up here and see how this looks. See, we do have a bit of a cave opening here, and a nice hill that honestly I probably would end up flattening to work on this. But yeah, it's a pretty sizable island that we can make good use of. So I kind of like it. Yeah, there's some stuff that I can work with here. I wonder if it would be big enough though for what I want to work on. Might not actually. The build I want to make is pretty big. It might though. I'm going to leave a sign here. I'm just gonna put possible dean claim question mark. And we're gonna take a look at the third option. This one's on the mainland. I'm wondering if the overviewer might have something to do with the lag, or maybe it's just a combination of everything. But we're by the world border. Oh, horses. So yeah, I think this is the exact spot that I was looking at. Yeah, this little valley right here, nestled in this area. We have a nice big meadow biome, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's an ancient city somewhere under here. Oh, and you can see you can see the tower in the background. And yeah, we're not too far from the silos and the Not Loser satellite. So honestly, it wouldn't be that much farther of a journey. Like, there's the mountains that someone else claimed. You can see the village way in the background, so the satellite's like right up here. But yeah, we got pretty big meadow right by the border. I already looked at the portal here. I took the obsidian and the axe. And I think this honestly might be the most ideal spot. We got plenty of space to work with. We got horses. And there could be some interesting stuff underground here. And it's not far from home, so I think I'm actually going to officially claim this one. Dean claim. Whoop, claim. Future Meso and Gemini HQ. Oh, I wrote that on. Well, let me write it on the correct side. Future Meso and Gemini HQ. Nice. So yeah, this will likely be the site of the solo project. So I have an idea for a format on how I'm going to build this and present it on camera. Just watching the frames drop as I look away from spawn. Apparently, if I look this way, the frames are bad, but if I look towards spawn, it's fine. It's kind of weird. Just have to bear with me while I talk, I guess. But, yeah, so I want to do the build on camera a little bit differently. I think the Meso build is probably going to be kind of like a separate series within the series, or a series within the JFS series. And what I'm probably going to do is it's going to be mainly flashback mod type footage with a voiceover of myself kind of talking about the lore of Meso and Gemini. And yeah, so I think every time I build a certain part of this project, I'll just talk a bit about the lore behind... Oh, there's a satellite. The lore behind the whole furry character universe and all the characters involved, or at least a good chunk of the main ones. Ooh, there's a mine shaft down there. So yeah, it's not going to be commentary like this. It'll be very different. That looks pretty cool. Gonna have to go down there. I was kind of hoping I could find some easy coal to grab, but yeah. So we have our claim. I'm likely going to switch over to either the debate, the mayoral debate that we're doing, or if that gets postponed, then maybe I'll cut to some more footage out here. So I will see you then. I'm back. It seems like the debate's going to be postponed. Tiny did arrive on time. He was the one that had the scheduling conflict. But because of the uncertainty of the scheduling, Dakota's not here. We don't know where Giorgio Armadillo is. So apparently Dennis works at McDonald's now. So somewhere out there. But I wanted to show off the little storage building before I sign off for today. Just a box, nothing fancy. But it is going to be a little bit fancier on the inside, and I'm currently working on it. So in here we got this floor that is all the quick stuff that I would want to grab, quickly. We got food, armor, tools, weapons over here. Got enchanted books, book materials, put bones down here as well. And then upstairs, I think I have enough room. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe not. This is going to be blocks or miscellaneous stuff. And then if I have room, I think I want to put a bit of a furnace set up over here. I think one thing that would be kind of cool is if I could have it attached to the stuff downstairs, but I don't think it would work that way. Oh, I could make it work, actually. But over here, we have our sorting system for the good stuff. So it's pretty easy, just tossing random things in here. And down in here, we have a whole system where things end up getting sorted into their respective places. Looks like diamonds already made it through and everything. And yep, this whole system of hoppers flows through, goes into each sorting system. Oh, that's not the hopper. There's one row back here. This one. I'm using spider eyes from the spider spawner. And, I thought I heard something, but I think it's in the game. But, yeah, using these as a blocker. And do I have a way to get to the... Yes, I do. So this is what the redstone looks like. It's actually really simple. Let's fix this real quick. Yeah, it's real simple. So this is where all the sorting has to happen. And then you have a comparator, a little bit of redstone back here. And then here we have a repeater facing that way. And then on the front side, there's a redstone torch right under here. Right there. So, put that back. Yeah, I'll leave this as is for now. But I do intend to enclose this somehow. Haven't decided how. Right now I'm just using the terracotta. But I am going to close this off a little bit more. And I intend on continuing this down where I want to do a floor for different wood types and then a floor for all the colored blocks, and that might be like 3 or 4 sections. Yeah, thinking about it, because this is pretty sparse because I don't have many valuable materials, so I had to kind of get creative with like quartz and amethyst and obsidian. And then we also have over here, this is supposed to be... Oh. We have a flaw in the system somewhere. Spider eyes aren't supposed to be there, for one. I put a wood block in here just to show off how... Just make sure it didn't end up anywhere here. Probably ended up somewhere in the redstone, which would be annoying, because I would have to check every single block for it. But it can't be in any of these. So what it's supposed to do is everything flows around these corners. Make sure it didn't mess up here. I did the thing here again. And then when it gets here, it's supposed to go down into... Just make sure these are fill. Aha! That's what happened. So what's supposed to happen here is we get the 11, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Oh, we're a little bit short. Did I? No, I brought them upstairs, didn't I? Uh, let's just use planks for now. No, let's not. I guess I'd have to get more. But what's supposed to happen is, if I put this in here, it's supposed to flow all the way through, bypass all of these systems. I mean, this still works. Although, that's not the block that's supposed to be there. That's for quartz. Mm-hmm. So this is supposed to be here. We're still one short. This quartz is supposed to be here. And it will settle down to 2 quartz, I believe. Yes. So now when I send this through here, I should bypass that one and end up going through here. Yeah. And we'll end up in here. And then anything else goes in here. That's not supposed to, basically. But, yeah, we do lose an obsidian in these because of the redstone, I think. There's a torch behind these hoppers, which kind of causes these to lock up a little bit as well. But luckily, they don't, they don't fill up like I was kind of worried they would. So we do lose 1 in each hopper, but it's a net loss of, what, 3? So not that big of a deal. But yeah, anything... Let me just do an official test with these slabs. Anything that does not belong in any of these should end up in this overflow chest. Also would indicate if any of the chests are full. But it should come around. Yep, there it is. So it all works. But yeah, I intend to do a wood level and then a color blocks level. Or 3 or 4. We'll have to see how that works. But yeah. So that's going to do for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Not sure when the debate's going to happen. Next week is going to be the dragon fight. So I don't know if we're going to try to squeeze in the debate around that, or if we're going to push everything back a little bit. But it's going to happen. So hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I shall see you all next time.